Alright, back to some more Dawn of War Soulstorm. This time, you're watching a game played by myself here as Eldar, and this is an Automatch game on Soulstorm against a player who's actually chosen random as his race at the start, so maybe VRI Fever has taken this guy as well. A lot of people playing random these days. Anyway, I have to choose a very generic build order here to try and beat him. I'm sending out a Guardian squad. Normally I wouldn't do this, maybe sometimes against a Chaos player on other maps. This is Titan's Fall, by the way, Automatch. Recently there was a problem with the Automatch map pool where there were only like 4 maps available, but that has recently expanded out again, and I'm on Titan's Fall against this guy. And I've decided to send a Guardian squad right all the way across the map to harass him, primarily because I don't know what race he is, and I really want to know, because otherwise I'm really going to be in the dark, and I'm going to have to do a lot of silly things, potentially. If I sort of pick the race wrong, I'll have the wrong units and so forth. Anyway, so I've gone for 3 Guardian squads, sending one squad out, the other 2 are left behind capping. I've gone for the generator just because I want something really generic. Dark Reapers are good against pretty much everybody else, so setting the Guardians forward in Space Marines, it turns out to be the Dark Angels that I'm up against. Well, not ideal. I mean, on one hand, Eldar are really good against Space Marines, but on the other hand, I would have preferred to have gone Rangers against Space Marines, but it's too late now. Well, it's not too late, but I'm not really going to bother building Rangers now because they're better at harassing earlier at the start. And it would be a bit of an investment, especially since I've already built everything else. 3 squads of Guardians and already gone for Dark Reapers. May as well just stick to the plan and try and beat him that way. So we'll see how it goes. The Guardians just trying to follow the scouts around and do some decapping. Doesn't look like these Guardians are going to be able to achieve very much because A, the map was too big, and B, he's already capped everything and got posts up. And looks like he's gone for sniper rifles, which is bad news. Sniper rifles are very anti-Eldar, but that just means that I need to save up for a Farseer. And that little Eldar squad's done its job of finding out what kind of race I had. It's not like the VRI where he has to announce that this is Automatch where anything goes. And those Dark Reapers are not going to want to fight the scouts because sniper rifles will just murder them. So I have decided to capture the relic with the Dark Reapers, which is a very unusual move. Usually you wouldn't waste your Dark Reapers on that. But, you know, since he's gone snipers, I just have to hold back and tech up. And in fact, he hasn't actually started capturing his own relic, so I've sent my Guardians over there to try and take that out. Uh-oh, snipers in range of my Bone Singer, so there's one dead Bone Singer, unfortunately. And I'm just going to have to leave that post in place. Hopefully he wastes a lot of time trying to kill it. And yeah, then just a matter of waiting for the Farseer to show up. So in the meantime, capturing as many points as I can. I've got a spare squad of Guardians around. I don't really want to advance into the middle of the map because, again, those sniper rifles will just really kill me. This point in the game, I really have to sort of just wait. And he's got 2 squads of scouts. They're both heavily armed with the sniper rifles. So I'm going to immediately send my Farseer over there to disrupt them, just to prevent them from... The good thing is that sniper rifles are not good against buildings and heroes, so that listing post will survive for some time, and I can move the Guardians, so the Farseer in there to prevent the scouts from taking it out too quickly and decapturing it. And in fact, one thing that I'm planning on doing here, just after that, I'll capture that relic shortly. One thing that I want to do is actually use Mind War on the worker, because he's getting ready to actually plant a listing post down there, and if he does manage to decapture it in the end, that'll be cool. Bringing in the Dark Keepers very cautiously in from behind, hopefully I'll disrupt his scouts, so he'll... the Dark Reapers will be able to get a few shots off and then run back again once the scouts start setting up their sniper rifles. We'll see how it goes. For now, the Marines are running away, and I've got that post already placed down, so not too much of a problem there. There's the Soul Shrine going down, so that's one of my objectives, really, to get that up and running very quickly, so I can get vehicles and warp spiders, things which aren't really damaged as much by the scouts. And looks like I'll be needing a bit more power as well. Farseer has lost her morale. Oh well. She's not really in much danger. She can soak up a lot of firepower from those sniper rifles. Which is really weird because when you think about sniper rifles, you think, you know, assassinating leaders, but that's exactly the opposite of how it works in Dawn of War Soulstorm. I've got a lot of requisition, not much power, and amazingly I've actually captured his relic Not often you do that, but he's just been a bit negligent and kept all of his troops in one position. One thing I was thinking about is getting a thermoplasma generator on this map, because I've got a lot of requisition, and this map has two of them sort of fairly far out. We'll see how that goes. The priority, though, is just spending on troops after I get to Tier 2, so saving a lot up, ready to go to Tier 2 shortly. And right now, just staying out of trouble. Unfortunately, the game isn't happening to be very exciting right now, because I don't want to sort of move out and get hit by sniper rifles waiting for me.
What would you have us do?
And, looks like the map is fairly evenly split, except for that relic. So, having captured his relic, I'm sure I'm ahead on economy, unless he's got a lot of LP2s, which he may do.
What would you have us do?
Only time will tell. And yeah, just a bit of a lull in the action. So Tier 2 finally arrived. I want to get bonus to weapons. Here comes the enemy. Looks like he's built some tactical Space Marines. A little bit surprised by that. I think a better strategy for Space Marines against Eldar is to go for the scouts with sniper rifles early on, and then get to the real heavy stuff like Grey Knights and vehicles in Tier 2. That way you can try and overpower them, especially land-speeded Tempests and Hellfire Dreadnoughts. And here come the scouts with sniper rifles. Probably going to take a few kills here and try to drive them away, stay out of range of that group to the bottom right. And yeah, yikes. But this is kind of like Vaul throwing caution to the wind here. And in the meantime, looks like we've got Space Marines killing my listening post. But it's just really playing the waiting game here, waiting for the Tier 2 stuff to kick in, waiting for vehicles to show up, and then I'll be set, be ready to do some damage. I've also got armor upgrade happening there. It looks like he's taking back his after the map. Amazingly, he still hasn't actually got that relic. I've still captured that. I haven't got a point on it. But yeah, time for some vehicles. I've decided to get a Falcon because it's a fairly battle-worthy vehicle, and potentially I can load up some troops in it, actually, to save them from being sniped. And the other purpose of the support portal, obviously, is to get warp spiders later in the game, which will be much more effective. Much more effective than the Guardians and so forth. So, keeping the Farseer and Falcon forward, because they're less vulnerable to the scout sniper rifles. It's really amazing how much you can sort of control the game, the flow of the game, by just going sniper rifles. Great unit. Definitely recommend them to any Space Marine player that's facing off against Eldar. I once played a guy that went Assault Marines first with just one Assault Marine squad, then he followed up with snipers, and he really just dominated me. It was omitting of mines, and he just got like one of everything that was good. He got sniper rifles, he got Assault Marines, then he went for Force Commander, he got Grey Knights, he got Hellfire Dreadnoughts, he got Landspeeder Tempests with crack missiles. It was just real domination, and that's, I think, the real way to play Space Marines against Eldar. It's a great way to do it. Adding a way portal just so I can get another vehicle. And it looks like he's upgraded some missile launchers, so that's going to be trouble if I don't take them out quickly. And he's actually got a chaplain there as well, so I'm going to try and deal with him anyway, just because the scouts with sniper rifles are nearby, and I've got a lot of troops here. Killing his Space Marines fairly quickly, and trying to mind war the chaplain. I think the chaplain ran out of range though. And that didn't go badly for me, because I managed to overpower his troops fairly quickly. He's just running past that relic. I'm really surprised it hasn't taken it. I've decided to put a listening post on it now, and recapturing this point here. So a little bit of progress. I'm really worried that he's taking up very, very fast. I know that he's at Tier 2, potentially with all this time that he's got, and all this time which he could be upgrading LP2s, he could be going for Tier 3, or something really powerful. Decided to get a few LP2s myself, just to